We will going to present to all of you the story of TOBIG NOG KEBOKLAGAN.
The epic begins with Timowa's quandary as how to support his wife who is about to giving birth. He decides to earn money by being the weather of lands in the neighboring villages. However, they both refuses to move until Timowas beheads one of his companions. Dato Iskandatar decides to join Timowas although his life, like Timowas' wife, is pregnant. While they are in cruising, Diwata Pejuraman, the goddess of wind, lightning, and thunder, invites them to her abode to chew mamak betel nut. Rejected by the Datu, she creates a storm that breaks Timowas' vessels and kills Timowas and his companions. The broken and now empty the vessel return to Sirangan.
Balolibon cries so intensely that she gives birth to a boy. At this time instance, Sakadanbar's wife in Batotoy also gives birth to a boy. Balolibon names her son Taaki. He grows quickly. When he is told that her father's death was not caused by a mortal, he became happy, learning that his father was a fisher. One day, Taaki, now a young man, asks his mother for clothes to go deep-sea fishing. The request surprised her, for Taaki has never asked for clothes. At the sea, Taaki hooks a fish with a golden scales.
He tug of war lasts 4 months until an eel warns Taaki to go home and offers him help to get there. But Taaki only kills the eel. As storms develops and Taaki sinks, he sees a shore under the sea and sets foot on it. Finding a horse with his hook and line in its mouth, he pursues it with karisan or sword, but the animal escapes him. Taaki has reached Kebok. Taaki sees a tower. He climbs a ladder with golden rungs to reach the top of the tower. As they chew, their eyes meet and exchange message of love. Taaki courts her for 7 days. Finally, the Lady of Pintawan accepts Taaki's offer of marriage. However, the romance is blocked by 2 men, Tawan Salip and Suratan Dumatong, who abhor the idea of the Lady of Pintawan marrying a Subano. The Lady of Pintagan, a close friend of the Lady of Pintawan, learns about the plot and files on her mansala or scarf to the Lady of Pintawan's place. She advised Taaki to take his wife to Sirangan. Taaki, however, insists on his innocence and refuses to leave Keboklagan. He fights the people who attack him. In Sirangan, the Dato Tumitib Manaon dreams of a lone Subanon fighting in Keboklagan.
When he awakes, he prepares to help Taak, whom he discovers has been away from Sirangan for a long time. Accompanied by 2 other datus, he proceeds to Keboklagan. Although they lost their way at first, they finally arrive at Keboklagan. Following Taak's route, Taak approaches Tumitib for fighting without first asking for the reason for the fight. Sa uglabang maula, the Dato of Keboklagan and the Lady of Pintawan's brother arrive. The ladies of the Keboklagan explain to him the cause of the fight. He recalls his promise to his sister that anyone who can climb the ladder with ranks of balds shall be his sister's husband. Sa uglaba, Maulas tell the 2 datus about the promise, but they insist on fighting. Sa uglaba therefore divides his kingdom between those who decided to fight and those who decided to withdraw from the battle.
Tumitib Manawan asks Saulagya Maula if he can marry the Lady of Pintagan. But because Tumitib of his incivility, she rejects Tumitib, runs back to the crowd and start fighting. Dato Leo engaged Tumitib in hand-to-hand battles. Eventually, the Dato of Sirangan defeats the Dato of Keboklagan. The Datus then proceed to other kingdoms to fight further. First, they challenge the chief of the Baloy, Dato Batekal Ililang Diwata. His sister renames Taake Malumpiag, or he fights in all places. Taake and Tumitib would have exterminated the whole kingdom had compassion not overtaken them after half of the population had fallen to their sword. In Todong Todong, Taake and Tumitib are invited by its chiefs to Chu Mamak before they start fighting. After the Chu, they annihilate the kingdom. The Datos then proceed to Walong Sabang, ruled by Egdodan Magsorat and Egdodan Sabangan, who themselves do not fight their subject, however are sufficient for they get resurrected after having killed the Akitars after 7 months of fighting and fall asleep.
Taki's dream, a girl instruct him to disguise himself as Towan Salib Palastik and to go to the Tower of Walo Sabang to get magical medicines by which to prevent the enemies from coming back of life. When Sabang at one point in the battle, Tumitib falls dead, but the woman of KEBOKLAGAN restored him to life. He massive destruction disturbed the god Asok. He descends to the earth and reprimands the Sirangan. Asog finds his kerchief bringing to the dead of life. The Datos return to the Sirangan where Taki finds his mother dying of longing for him. He kisses her and she revives. All the Datos of the different kingdom are invited to the Boklog, and Asog gives each of them a partner in life.